It's boys, 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 boys. Ooh, I love me some boys. But we got some of the angry boys, the berserker boys, the fighty boys, and the mammoth. Alright, we're getting right into it. The shaman's using Spirit Leech on my poor Night Goblin War Boss. No! The gobbles. I gotta suffer for it. Norscan Ice Trolls. Always love to see Ice Trolls. Never... Oh, they don't have Frost Attack? I thought they had Frost Attack on Ice Trolls. Huh. I could have sworn they did. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. I don't know if they took that off recently. I could have sworn they always had, like, the frost thing where it slows down the speed by 30% when they make contact. Alright, so we got a big onion wall layered with big uns, boys in the front, arrow boys, and one gobble arrow in the middle, just to hold out. We brought the Gobble Lord to slow down anything trying to get into our arrows with the Tormentor Sword. And it kind of works. We're trying to get some early value right now. And we're not doing a good job. Not yet. Bringing the giant because we see a mammoth. We see Throg. Throg's a pain in my ass. Was expecting, you know, the good old Wolfric. We got some fanatics on the top. Ready to throw loons as soon as we come down. Trying to hit up some champs or berserkers. Those berserkers will quickly clean up. So as soon as we trap this war mammoth, we'll get the giant in. Unfortunately, my micro is not that good. So you'll see the giant just walk by, wave goodbye, and then be like, oh yeah, I'm a giant. I'm a dumbass. But then he's going to eventually get in there. I mean, 11 melee defense versus a giant that couldn't move would have been nice to enrage, keep him sitting there. Could have sniped him earlier. Give that giant anti-large. And I think a giant has, what, 70 melee attack? So yeah, that would have been a nice fair trade. Throg's already in my backline, just being annoying. I sent him squigs. I didn't have the other one because I didn't have the screen. They weren't on the screen when I pulled them out because I don't play from space. So they just sat back there. I was like, I could have sworn I had like at least 120 squigs ready to go. And nope. We also got, I think those are fanatics also to hit up those boys. Trolls coming in. Ice trolls and everything. Trying to hit my arrow boys. What a bunch of bastards. My big guns will be able to handle most of those though. And my war boss is getting targeted. I have him run. Run, little war boss, run. Run away from that nasty troll. Those nasty online trolls trying to call you out. And there goes my micro sucking right now. Run! No! That's why it was sucking right now. The wog. The wog, the wog, the wog. Norscan Ice Trolls being forgotten, so my micros and everything bad. But I'm going to run into them. Those loons hitting those berserkers and those spear boys, which is pretty good. I'm going to have to sacrifice those fanatics to stop this and hope my lord doesn't get sniped. But even if he does, he's relatively cheap, and we are finally ahead in value. We caught his trolls with the giant, thank goodness. And I swear, this giant was... It does pretty good this game, but it should have been doing better. Simply because it's micro. I don't know if I had it on bracing or whatnot. And this I noticed too in game. If you have if you have a unit, say, walking in one game, the next game you play after in that lobby will also have it for that next game, so you have to turn it off again. That's for all things, whether it's bracing, skirmishing. It's really annoying. For some reason, Fire at Will doesn't do that. But I've been noticing that. Me and a couple other players during the games noticed that. Still, unfortunately, that mammoth is faster than my poor giant, so it becomes a bit annoying trying to keep up with it. I give it to Skarbrand here. He's doing well, keeping me busy and just knocking over everything. But we still have a mass full of boys, even though we lost our lord. And we are even in value. We are trying to catch the middle. We will eventually catch that, hopefully. We are shooing away his mammoth. Unfortunately, stupid trolls coming back. But we got plenty of arrows to deal with that. And we got the boar boys coming into the center. Kind of a mistake, in my opinion. We don't really need them to do that. There are some skirmish cav we can deal with quite nicely there. And they're picking a fight, those spear boys, those spearmen. With my giant, unfortunately. He's got his skirmish cab trying to deal with it. Should have brought skirmish cab of my own. And there goes my lord, finally. Probably going to be taken out with the spear leech. That goblin fanatics just trying whatever they can to stay alive. And after that, we do clear the top, so we will have this for quite some time. And probably just reform ranks since we're going to lose our lord. And everything's going to start, you know, running away like the cowards they are. But that's why I love the cheap lord. He's cheap. I can bring him back. He's 1450, which I think is really nice for his price. He's got the Tormentor Sword. He's got the debuff, which enrages. And on top of that, he can give anti-large to an area of a unit. No limit. So he can just... You can just snipe with him. Brought in the Night Goblin Shaman. I think it's 633 for all the spells I brought. And it's... I don't know. And here's a big mess up right there. Sending my Boyz to their death to get clomped. Yeah, guys. My micro this game was not good. It's not good at all. I'm just trying to... I don't like playing too many units like Horde factions, but you know what? I needed the practice. Honestly, I wanted to try this build again. I tried it once against Pigman, and it wasn't doing too bad, but I wanted to fix some tweaks from the original build I have. I think it did pretty nice considering. It was just my micro was just dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Losing units when I didn't really need to. Forgetting units. Having my lord not... yeah. Just not having my units do what they needed to do. I had all the right tools, I'll give it that. And I think with my build, I definitely could have taken all this out. Especially the War Mammoth. War Mammoth had no reason to being alive. Especially after getting hit with that Tormentor Sword. The Giant would have just hit a couple times, enraged it. I could have gave it the anti-large and just went nuts. And just surrounded with big guns and went... Bam. That would have been 2,000 points right there, free. Sure, Throg would have been annoying, but I think getting rid of the Mammoth so it doesn't totally screw our backlines would have been fine. And then we have at least 3 shooting units to deal with the rest of his Berserkers. That would have been fine. If I hadn't forgot my Squigs, I could have just ran up and totally destroyed those Berserkers with all 3 of them. And yeah, would have been a far better game, but you know what? We gotta practice. Gotta keep practicing. We'll get there. So yeah. And that's what I noticed about me. My army composition, my predictability of my opponent's army is typically good, but then you can see there's a bunch of units I have that are sitting there idle. And look who's back. Goblin War Boss. So cheap, so good. Providing all that lovely support. All those Spirit Leeches doing nothing for you. Poor goblins. Yeah, I just want to reform my ranks into the center position now. And hopefully my micro will last. And Night Goblin Shaman, I don't care if that guy dies. I just want to see his spells. But for 600, it's not bad. Massive Wave area debuff to a bunch of units is very nice. Especially if you know you're going to clump. But you could argue, why not just use, say, Orc Shaman? Why not a big old foot of Gork? Well, all those spells and putting them on a boar can get them pretty close to, I think, 1,000 value. If on foot, you could get them to, I think, 750. Maybe. But still. And here's a fight I enjoy. Look at that. Fight or die with that Mammoth's gonna suck, but the Giant's still pretty good for its price. It's just retaking the center now. Plenty of the Marauders and Shields, though. But against, I think, just Boyz and Big Guns, they should win out, maybe? That Giant's almost paid. Yeah, it definitely paid for itself. Buning my Orc Aeropoise, I don't know about that, but then again, there's not really a good unit. Well, there's the Giant. I think Spirit Leeching the Giant or the War Boss would have been better. But just trying to fold my front line so he can get to my back line isn't a bad idea either. But those Big Guns will beat shit out of those Norsca Trolls. Oh, they're just Norsca Trolls. They're not the Ice Trolls. That's why I didn't see the Ice thing. Okay, that makes sense. And their low leadership means we're just going to fold them and then just keep moving up and retake this position. I'm triple capped. On top, we have Fanatics getting ready to do, you know, Fanatic things. Loon away and run away. Unfortunately, those guys, I think, are faster than my Gobos, which sucks. 2 Marauder Champs getting ready to get eaten by Squigs. Which should maybe end in my favor. Yeah, another Squig coming in for the other one to countercharge and hopefully get the other Loon ready so we can recapture that. And yeah, all that would be left are the 2 champs on there, but we still have to deal with these Trolls, the War Mammoth. And we're still down, well, we're down 800 value. We can take out these Trolls, these other things. I think we could be alright. I need to really unsummon some of these big ones so I can get them back full health to deal with the Mammoth, the Trolls, and Throg. I really don't have anything besides. I have 1 Skirmish Cav. I really should have brought. I really should have summoned it earlier, honestly, to deal with the War Mammoth and just have it chase it down. Have some Boyz backing it up so it can countercharge any dogs. And here I go. I sent my War Boss again. to deal with those Skirmish Cav. Really didn't need to. They didn't have a lot of ammo, but there's some trolls, there's some dogs, and the Skirmish Cav will just circle around him, and he'll end up getting caught again. Silly me not paying attention. I was probably trying to deal with what was on top of the map. And yeah, this is just me getting my shit rocked for good reason. But the pain will be over soon. I'm clearly losing in value, points, and unit count. And I'll realize this soon enough and get my boys out of there. So the lesson of the day, folks. Map awareness. Be aware of your micro and how bad it is. Make sure you have all your units ready. Otherwise, you'll keep failing like me. But it was a fun game. GG Skarbrand, GG's. Probably gonna fast forward here soon, and yeah. Goodbye, War Boss. Thanks for dying twice. Alright, let's go look at how bad I did. It's always fun. War Boss probably didn't pay for himself. Definitely not. He cost me 2,900. Probably should have just not resummed him. But I like him. He's so nice. He's so cute. With all those gross, rotten teeth. War Mammoth didn't even pay for itself. That's kind of insane. How much damage? Big guns weren't bad at all. They didn't pay for themselves, but I still like them. 50 armor, strong melee attack, and strength. Especially against large units. Especially against the trolls that I know are coming. Like that. Like that on my giant. Damn near 1900. Good. If used properly, I probably could have. River trolls I didn't use proper. Same with the boar boys. Oh, man. Such a shame. Such a shame. Oh, well. And these poor squigs. At least the squigs pay for themselves. Although I did summon them twice. So maybe. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Alright, folks. That's going to be it for today. If you liked it, and I know you guys did, you're still here, please like, sub. We're on the road to 1,000. We want to get there one day. And your sub helps out. So, yeah. And come see me on stream. Come play with us. We always have a good time here. All you have to do is join the Discord. With all that said, folks, y'all have a good one. Peace and goodbye for now.